A 2-on-2 in the corner. One little flick of the wrist, and it's out.
Oh, big hit by Neighbors. Martinez, and in comes Dickinson. Martinez still down. Dickinson after Neighbors after the check in the corner.
Joe Huff's down there.
Yeah, Martinez on all fours.
Dickinson's got a little right loose right there. Neighbors is a tough competitor. There's no denying that. He's a hard forechecker, but this was awkward, though, Rick. This was awkward, and for how long Martinez has stayed on the ice. A worrisome moment here is Robert Thomas is kind of leaning in there, and I'm sure they wanted to just be slow about getting up here. You know, the players, and a guy like Martinez, a proud guy, he likely wanted to get up quickly, but he can't. Look at him. He's really struggling here. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's tough to see. He's had a tough season, man, with injuries this season. Yeah. Veteran defenseman. Stanley Cup champion multiple times. That's tough to see him skate off.
Well, always difficult situations. You can see Neighbors on the hip there of Martinez. Martinez is going forward. It looked like his left skate had a little bit of a stutter, and then there was some movement from the left skate of Neighbors, and then the stick blade also gave it the little poke. So the stick blade coming over topper right there and causes the left skate to lose its edge, and bang, there's no way for Martinez to obviously protect himself right there. Martinez also, the head, the shoulder went awkwardly in, and Dickinson, with his great awareness on the ice, you know, hockey sense comes in many different flavors. A hockey sense to see what's going on the ice and how it happened is very, very important.
And it's to help. Sweeps it back to Maroon. Nice pass to Reichel with a shot, and Hofer makes the save and hangs on. And some left side. Maroon drops the gloves.
With Tucker.
Yep. With Maroon and Tyler Tucker.
Bang! And he's getting some rights in there.
He's been doing this all season, Panger.
96 fights since 2012 for Pat Maroon. And you gotta love the spirit of the St. Louis boy right there. Down in the game, trying to change things up. He and Tucker had a couple of battles earlier in the game, and look at that.
Yeah, they love it.
He's gonna leave that mark at the very end. A little shove right there, and then he gives him a poke. And he hooks the glove right there, gets Tucker's attention. Tucker's not afraid to drop him as well. But the big rig gets a couple here with the right. Tucker's holding on, trying to grip it with the left. Oh, Maroon gets him, surprise him maybe with a little uppercut right there.
Utah's not shy about making passes to a guy right on the doorstep. Oh,
and
here
we
go.
are going to have a fight. This is Gergensons answering for his hit with Jack McBain, and McBain is quickly making a reputation for himself in the NHL for dropping the mitts, and he's got the right free right now.
Yeah, that happened well away from the play. McBain got the advantage on him there. A tall, lanky guy who knows how to throw him in his experience, and Gergensen was willing to oblige him there. Yeah, I think you're right. That was about the hit that was definitely a little late on Kesselring. There you go. The puck is up in the neutral zone, and this is how it started. Getting your balance, getting started.
Tampa penalty 28, Utah penalty 22, 5 minutes each for fighting.
And getting a grab as best you can. Everybody has a different style. Some guys.
That play by Roy is huge. I mean, you got to start killing the plays quicker if you're Montreal in your end with Colorado.
Blackwood will cover it up here and get a whistle. Anderson's going to mix it up with Middleton. And they get separated.
There are two big lads there.
Oh, no.
A lot
there we
of
go. Jack Middleton. They're going to go toe-to-toe. Have each other tied up pretty well here. Now Jack tries to get a couple rights in. Middleton back with a few of his own. And Jack takes it at the end.
Middleton and Anderson going at it, and it looked like it was going to all settle down, and then Arbor Jackeye comes in from the point and says to Middleton, I don't think so. You want to go with someone, go with me. And Middleton's like, okay. So a couple of rough customers, tough customers going at it. And a real good battle between the two, and Jackeye at the end found a way to change from his right to his left, and I think it threw Middleton off a little bit. Here's Anderson coming in. Remember, he has laid a few hits. That was a little bit of snow. It didn't really need the reaction it got from Middleton, but Anderson nonetheless has been a real physical presence in this game. And then Jackeye, who always loves the physical parts of the game, steps right in. And a real good tilt between these two guys, and Jackeye at the end.
Unable to connect, and the Bruins kick it out to the neutral zone. Here's Ferraro, chisels it in. Yoki Haru sent it across. Zadorov sorting it out. His team changing it. It's going to be Lauko dropping the gloves with Barclay Goodrow. They're at close quarters. Goodrow an uppercut. Goodrow right. Lauko a right. Lauko another right. Goodrow right. And the linesmen step in as the jersey gets pulled up on Lauko.
Yeah, Lauko actually threw a couple good punches almost blindly because he had that jersey across his face. It started with a hit by Beecher on the dump in, and then some more body contact along the same wall right in front of the bench, and that was Lauko and
5 each for fighting.
that was Lauko and Goodrow. They had a little discussion. They dropped the gloves, they stepped back, and off they went. You know, we talked about the Bruins showing a little bit more urgency, a little bit more emotion earlier in the hockey games. You know, they had a decent first period in Vegas. They kind of survived it, not survived it, but they held their own. And then the game got away from them, particularly that second goal. You want to have a good start. You want to start on time. You want to be invested. You want your fourth line to bring that kind of energy. This is a good response by Lauko.
And Jacob Lauko, because of the injury to Mark Kaslik, moved to the fourth line.